Hi, my name is Jessica Lynn, and I'm the owner of JessicaLynnOriginal.com. This is Make a Card with Me number 3. I am actually part of a Split Coast Stampers card swap coming up. And so again, one of my challenges for 2017 is to go ahead and make a bunch of different style cards and then see, how they turn out. Some are going to be great, some are not. But again, it's that whole evolution of learning. So I'm super excited to share it with you. Some of the supplies that I have for today, I have the catscrapness.com die cut set. I love this because look at all the different sizes it comes with. It was a little bit of an investment, but I think it's way worth it because it included so many different sizes, which for me is worth the value. So let's see what else we've got here. This is a stamp that is coming out with JessicaLynnOriginal this spring. It's a Corgi. So if you are a dog lover, be sure to watch for this one. It's coming this spring, so it's kind of a sneak peek. And thank you. I have some black cardstock, and you can see I did some cuts on that, and I'll show you that in just a few minutes. We've got my basic paper, and I opted for a Paper Studios card stack. This is from Hobby Lobby, and what I love about it is some of these in here, they're all sparkly. Not all of them, but some of them, so I thought I'd go with a sparklier paper. And then obviously my cardstock and my regular supplies. So let's go ahead and get started. This adorable little Corgi is actually part of a Corgi 2017 stamp set that's coming very soon. I'm going to go ahead and color him in an E33. My Corgi is going to be a traditional colored Corgi. So we're going to kind of do the, oops. Traditional colors on him. Like I said, this is one of our new stamps that's coming out this spring. So again, this is kind of a sneak peek. If you are a Corgi person, be sure to watch for this. Sign up for our mailing list. We do send out notifications. Color him all in here. And the way that I started this was I took a sheet of white paper and I stamped the adorable Corgi right on the paper. Lined it up where I had plenty of room to be able to use my die cut. Went ahead and stamped 6 of them on my sheet of paper, and then stamped the thank you as well, because it's a thank you swap. So went ahead and did that. I'm going to use a little of the, see if you can see it here, YRO2, just to give them that little peachy color that Corgis have. Went ahead and stamped that on. And then I ran it through my die cut machine. Go ahead and cut this out. I am using a catscrapness.com set of dies. So you can see here they are. You can see I've got a couple of these already cut out. I started by actually stamping the image onto the paper. And then all I do is I just run it right through my machine. And I've got an old school Provo Craft, which is a little workhorse, so I just let it do its thing. I run it right on through, and then when I pop up my mats, you can see I take my die off of there. So here's my cute little die. And you can see that it makes the perfect circle with the little Corgi and everything like that. It's a very cute little die cut. I really like it. Those little circles on a black piece of cardstock. So I picked a little bigger circle. I'm just running it through my machine. Alright. Get it all the way through here. Okay. And when I move that little die, you're going to see that now I have a perfect black circle. And you can see it's got a really cute little stitchy look to it all the way around. So now what I'm going to be able to do is perfectly put that in just like a perfect little double stitched. Just add something a little special to run through the die cut machine. So there's both of those. You can see that I went ahead and now I'm starting to color them in, get them all shadowed up. For my shadowing, let's see if you can see those. W5 and W2. Just a little gray. And when you look at my designs, the way that I draw them, there already is some natural shadowing in the designs themselves. So it will help you if you're not comfortable with doing a lot of shadowing. I do that in part of my artwork design as well. So I'm just going to add a little shadows in there just to make him pop a little bit. I usually start with the lighter color first and then come back in and add a little darker. Okay, so you can see we got some darker color in there. Okay. For his ears, I'm going to go with kind of a pinky color. And then for his tongue, I'm going to go with kind of a burnt umber, reddish brown kind of color. So you can see that. Something just a little bit darker than bright red. And his nose is pretty dark. So I am going to opt for a dark gray, W7, just to color it in, but I don't want it to be completely black. So there you can see, there he is all colored. And I think because my paper in the background, remember I had shown this earlier as one of my supplies, was this bright green. I'm going to go ahead and grab out the green. And I'm going to give him green eyes. Not that a Corgi might have green eyes, but it just, let me just zoom in on that a little bit so you can see. You can see it just looks cute because it has, you know, it'll match in with the paper. Okay. All right. So to build my card, now that I've got him all colored in, so we'll just kind of push him up here to the side. I am going to go ahead and take, now I usually purchase ready to go. You can see it's already got the nice bend in there, cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and use my adhesive. Now some people have the adhesive guns. There's all different types of adhesive, so I guess adhesive of choice. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on there, hold it, stick it down there. And then I'm going to line it up right with that, see that little line there? That's where it's going to fold. So I'm going to line my cardstock right up. Okay, we're just going to press it down because there's already that. You're going to see there's some overage on the back. So now what I'm going to do is go in and just cut that off. So you're just going to hear some little cutting noise for a moment. Sorry about that. All right, so there it is. Beautiful. Oh, my little corner there came up, so let's re-glue that. Okay, so I could fold it right now just so I can see what that card looks like. So there's the front, open it up. Okay, so we've got it ready to start it. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. All right, so now I'm going to start assembling. And for me, what I wanted to do was take one of these circles, and you can see I made the circle the width of the card. So what I kind of want to do is have it where there's equal to the top and bottom. But what I'm going to do first is I am going to take my circle that I cut out and I'm going to mount the little thank you Corgi on there. Now for me on this one, we're just going to use some glue. For those of you that have watched my channel before, I'm a huge fan of the foam risers. So I use them all the time. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and center this right in there. Now what's kind of cool is it's got a nice double mat, so you can see the nice stitched edge. You can see that, oop, I grabbed two of them there. You can see that there's another nice stitched edge that goes all the way around. You can see that? Okay. And then what I'm going to do, grab out my tool of choice, my foam risers. I'm going to go ahead and just put 4 of them on there. Could probably do less, but I wanted to have a nice solid base. So there, that's nice. Got a nice little wheel. The foam risers, I got those at Hobby Lobby, but you can get them pretty much anywhere. I've got both the circle style, and then I've also got the little squares. These, to me, they always peel off, and I have more trouble with the little squares. So I'm a fan of the circle ones. They're a little bit bigger, but I think they're worth it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, I'll just turn this so we can see it a little bit better. And I am going to center that top to bottom. Okay, just a little push where those foam risers are. Okay. And what I love about it is you can see it gives the card just a little dimension. Plus with all the sparkles, it's so cute. And it's got the adorable new Corgi. Again, this adorable little Corgi is part of the JessicaLynnOriginal Spring Corgi 2017 set. So be sure to watch for that. We'll be doing orders very soon. So again, this is just kind of a preview of what's to come. Thank you again for joining me on my card adventure. This one's not a very difficult card. I think the thing that took the longest for me was going in and getting used to dies. I love them. I haven't used them very often, so one of my things was to try and use some in a card I was making. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you like my channel, please subscribe. There's going to be a little Brentwood that'll show up kind of in here. Just go ahead and sign up and follow us. I'd love for you to do that. Don't forget to comment. I will put all the supplies that I used below so you can take a look at that stuff. And then I'm going to add another video as well. So if you want to learn about more cards that I've made, please go ahead and take a look at that as well. Thank you again for joining us. And if you have any questions, you can visit our website, which is JessicaLynnOriginal.com. Have a great day.